It's my late dad's birthday today, and I feel the pull of grief to slow down, to feel, to allow the sadness of his passing and also the sadness of his life to come visit with me for a while. Hi, it's Ildiko Haag with Emerging Majesty, and I want to share some insights that have emerged, knowing that many others have also experienced complex relationships with their fathers. So perhaps my words and my thoughts, or maybe my emotions, will resonate with you. It might even spark a healing and empowerment in your own precious life. You know, I loved my dad so much. There was a feeling of depth and a profound understanding between us. There was this unspoken appreciation and sort of an ancient bond, a soul connection, if you will, that felt uniquely vast. But there was also an overwhelming sadness. This sadness really permeated our relationship. I never understood it as a child. But I knew somehow that we both recognized that there was something special, yet finding the right words to describe this, it's sort of an indescribable bond. So it's still a challenge for me. My husband believes that it has to do with being a love child, and perhaps he is right. It feels that my being is rooted and originated in this desperate kind of love that my dad and my mom shared at the time of my conception. And it feels like my body and heart and nervous system somehow captured and encapsulated that quality between them. It's as if this energy became frozen in time, and it's slowly melting at the core of my very DNA as I'm healing and emerging on this journey of self-love. You know, my dad was so young and obviously really inexperienced when I entered his life. He was only 19 years old, and he was so determined to be a good father and to provide more than enough for us. He wanted to give me everything I needed to survive and thrive, and he gave himself fully to this task. He immersed himself in this mission so much that he really disappeared beneath the overwhelming task, and there was not much left of him available for an exchange of love. My oven is going off. It was confusing for my little heart and for my mind. The way I understand it now is that it's not that there was no love. It was more that there was a vast and deep love, but it was imprisoned inside his heart. It was stuck love. He was so overworked in his desperate attempt to prove that he can provide more than enough, that he had no time or energy left for connection or other emotional ways to express and share his love. So love was suffering inside his heart, in this fee-protected, defended and guarded heart. He didn't speak it, he didn't show it in any other way than working hard. He didn't embody it. He just worked hard. He was consumed. And he was more and more hurt and frustrated. As I look back, I can see this. And his heart started showing the signs. And at the end, he did die of a broken heart. And 5 years have passed since his passing. And it is only recently that I have begun to feel the freedom to speak to him once more. For so long, I had no space to speak with him. It was like I was so used to not communicating and keeping everything inside, or speaking to him, but receiving no answers, and just sensing that frozen silence that sort of hung between us. It felt like as if he was very, very far. So it didn't even occur to me that I could try talking to him after he died. Until a healer pointed this out to me just recently. So I thought, why not? And I just poured out my heart. I allowed the stuck words to flow freely and honestly. And it was interesting. I felt permitted and even invited. It felt like now, finally, he actually had time and he listened. And I cannot explain what happens scientifically when we visit the realms of imagination and we do these conversations, but it felt like he was really listening and we could understand each other. And I also remember I used to be so scared of upsetting him. But I never wanted to tell him any of my upsets. But I was not scared that he would hurt me. I was scared of causing him sadness, because I actually sensed how hard he tried to be good enough. My dear, dear father, my father's heart was always to be good enough. And that sort of caused him a broken heart and an imprisoned, stuck love. And this stuck love, because it has a huge energy, it broke his heart. It was like a seed trying to push through the earth, cracking the hard soil as it sprouts. And I wonder what comes up for you when you hear this story of mine. I really feel that embracing that power of healing and reconnecting with your father. Maybe you have a wonderful relationship with your father. Then maybe you can take it even deeper. And that can bring so much peace and freedom and harmony and unlock purpose into your life. So please comment below if this touched you, and if you want, subscribe so you can receive these videos. Sending you deep love.